Yay! We're live! Alright. So, okay, so we're trying to do a show here. So, today's first episode of the Digital Design Show is actually doing Starlight Academy's uniform. Now, I fell in love really with clothing design when I came basically entranced with the Aikatsu franchise. So, let's bring up the image of the Starlight Academy uniform. So, here we got Sumari Hikami in her Academy uniform. As you can see, it's just a simple boots and a mini skirt dress. But in order to turn this into a V-Roy outfit, I'm going to need a few different pieces. And of course, I'm going to need to mark some of them up. So let's get into actually how I did the markup. Let's see. Grab iPad. We'll start the QuickTime video. Well, looks like I'm going to need to show a little bit more of my face there. Whoa! Think about doing things live in a way. Alright, let's start the QuickTime video. So right now I've got the base model in V-Roy Studio up. And busy selecting the dress components, the different I'll probably need pants, as I figured. So what was a blazer and skirt is just going to be a full dress in V-Roy. That'll give me the option to put on essentially pants, which will be like under shorts and the boots, the upper portion of the boots. And of course I'm just going to go with probably pumps for shoes. Now, in order to get things to the right position on the model, I am going to need to mark it up. So I'll need to go over to texture of the clothing and then start basically marking the position where everything is. So right now, the position I'll need to go into, looks like I'm still in the process of refining the fit of the outfit. I want to make sure that where the cuffs are, they're not too tight in order to make them look like the blazer cuffs. Now I'm going to also need to have the sleeves of the blazer actually really skin tight. That's what they have in the actual image. So that will actually have to be part of the bodysuit instead of the actual dress. That way I can make the cuffs of the blazer appear stand out. So right now we're just going to be setting things up for the fit. Probably can speed things along. I of course double check to make sure that everything is set right, and now I'm moving on to the actual texture. So I'll select the layer. This won't be the default image. This will just be the lines that I need to mark up. So I'll grab the pencil tool. I'll keep it on the color that it is, but I use the mirror tool. That way I can have the markings appear on the same point of the dress. Now I know the cuffs have this like starry pattern, or more like a actual cut. And of course I gotta use the mouse to pull the different areas into frame to make sure that they line up correctly. This will allow me to get that jagged star-like cuffs just as reference. So I know how high it's going to fall on the model when I actually take these measurements over into my photo editor, which I use Affinity Photo. So if you've been in my streams before, then you know that that's one I tend to use quite a bit. I don't use Photoshop. Right now we're just trying to get all sides of the sleeve done. Get it all marked off, because it'll appear flat when I take it into the photo editor. And of course I've got to use the marking tool to fit the bottom of the blazer. So here I'm just marking off where the bottom of the blazer will lie, and then I'll move on to marking where the bottom of the skirt will lie. This works out the best in trying to get things to fall just right on the model, because if you try to skip this step, then you're ending up having to go back and readjust, fit the dress again until you get it just right. This is just a little bit easier in order to make things fall just where I want them. And the mirror tool is so handy because it makes sure that the lines are the same on both sides of the outfit. So now that we got the dress marked up, we have to move on to actually doing the... Oh, I forgot. I gotta add in the placement of... Oh, the rough placement of the details on the skirt. Okay, so I'm just going to fast forward just a bit, because you get the rough idea that I'm having to mark up where I need things to lie. So let's get on to marking the pants. Alright, so I've sped up the video, and here we're going to mark off the pants basically where I want the boots to fall on the model. And again, using the mirror tool is very handy for this because I can only have to do one, uh, basically one side of the pants, and it'll duplicate it onto the other leg of the pant. Then making sure everything falls exactly where I want it. And of course, now I'm exporting the markups so that I can import them into Affinity Photo so I can lay them out in the actual image and get them setting just right. So I'll just speed up the video just a little bit more, but you get the idea. I'm just saving the marks. Okay, so let's switch out that video and move on to going into the iPad and using Affinity Photo. Excuse me. I'm just going. Oh no, did I just lose video again? Ugh.